Hello students, I look forward to meeting you in class next week. In this video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the course. After you watch this video, please post a little comment in YouTube so I know that you watched it. When you enter the class, the first page you see is called the home page. It is one of these pages here. You can view all pages at any time, but the one that is relevant to the unit we're in is the one you'll see when you enter the class. But you can click here and see any of these. And these are wiki pages filled with information. We'll get back to this in a second. So let's go back to the home page. So here's all my welcome announcements. I'd like you to click on every page in the class and read it. Start at the top and go all the way through. Just take that first look. You need that first look to know what you're jumping into. Then you're going to purchase access to the course textbook. Our quizzes and our reading and all these great study materials are linked into our electronic textbook. So you're going to click on this link and you are going to join the course and go through it this way. If you bought this through the bookstore, then you can use your financial aid as I understand it. But if you come to class and you haven't bought it yet, you can go through this link, and then once you're logged in, you'll go through that link all through the semester to study, take quizzes, and read. You're going to introduce yourself in the student introduction discussion, okay? And say it again in the vein of knowing what you're getting into. Make a statement of when you hope to work in this class. I always do that. And it doesn't always happen, but you know, I always set those goals out there, okay? And then if you know you're going to be absent for some reason or something's going to come up, let me know right away and we'll figure out how to flex the schedule to accommodate that. Okay, moving right along. Here's the syllabus. If you downloaded a syllabus from the bookstore or CMC Blackboard, please download a new syllabus because as I build out the course, I always find little tiny things that I need to change. So download a new copy of it. Here's the schedule. I make announcements that replicate this schedule information each week, but if you want to see it in full, you can find it in the syllabus link. So now we're in announcements. Some professors have the announcements show up as the homepage, but I don't do that. And so you have to go there. The announcements are going to contain important information. Sometimes something's going wrong or several people are asking me the same question and I will answer that here. And then also I try to post at least one video per week. So in addition to the wiki pages, you can come to the announcements and check out these videos and you can access all of this off your phone even. So, okay, moving right along. Here are the pages we talked about before. So in addition to videos in the announcements, every unit has a wiki page. And this gives you ideas for studying and it lets you know what we're studying. So when I talk about the learning outcomes, this is what I'm talking about, okay? Every unit has these numbered statements about what you're supposed to learn during that unit. Now, when you make a post in discussion, you're supposed to build out more study materials by explaining these concepts. But for example, in Unit 1, I don't expect you to write a giant discussion post that covers all of this. I only expect you to write about one of these things or maybe one aspect of the periodic table, and you only need to write about 300 words. Okay? So in discussion, we like teach back to ourselves these concepts with more detail. And having a small concept with lots of detail driving your discussion post is much more interesting than everyone posting something very general. Okay, here's some rubrics. You're going to make a portfolio. I'll talk about that in just a moment. Okay, here's the link to the textbook again. Now, here's just a bunch of resources that I've already put here, images, and I envision that you would look at this on the quick. That's why I put it on the home page. So you're waiting for the bus, or you're just waiting to pick up your kids, sitting in the car. You can look at these pages and study, and I urge you to do that every single day. Because if you can do that for 5 minutes every single day, you are going to remember what we're learning for much longer than if you cram to study. Okay, now let's go to modules. So sometimes you can look at the course through a file path of assignments, but I like to look at it through the modules because that's related to those learning outcomes, okay? These packets of information. So our first packet of information is just getting to know each other and understanding the course, okay? And then we move into Unit 1, where we talk about chemistry, cells, cellular metabolism, and tissues, okay? Now, you see all these assignments right here. Click here. Okay, this just goes to that wiki page, okay? We'll go back here. Now, every unit has a discussion, okay? And that's where we're going to build these study materials. And look, the dates right here are in the title. I try to make it as easy for you as possible. If you miss a date, you still should participate in discussion because you will get partial credit, although you will have late points deducted. It's 10%. Okay. Oh, looks like I need to link this up, but okay, your study assignments are called Learn Smart assignments, okay? And essentially, this is a way to read the textbook. You enter here and the textbook appears, and as you study, you're periodically asked questions, and if you understand those concepts, it kind of skips over them. But if you answer these formative assessment questions wrong, then you'll get additional tutorials. The book highlights in those places so you can go back and review those readings. It's a really neat tool. So hear me out. You can read through these Learn Smart assignments. You don't have to read and then do the Learn Smart assignments. This is kind of a way to be very efficient and study at the same time, because if you understand something already, which many students in this class do because they already work in the health or medical field in some way, you can just breeze through those learning outcomes. But then the stuff that you need to work on, you can dwell on those more. The quizzes run through the textbook website as well, so you will go through there. Okay, and then here we go. I have a little one chapter warm-up quiz. This has unlimited attempts, just so you can see what the quiz environment is like. And then these quizzes have 2 attempts, and your highest attempt will be retained. So essentially, the more time you put into it, the higher score you'll get. The second quiz might not be exactly the same, but it does assess the same learning outcomes. And then we do it all over again for Unit 2. Okay? So let's go back here and talk about what is a portfolio. So at the end of this course, you're not going to have a final or a research paper due. What you are going to have is a portfolio. Each unit, you are going to submit a 20-point assignment. So it's like a homework assignment, not a big, giant assignment. 20 points, that's how many points each discussion is worth, okay? And there are several rubrics you can use to follow that I've written, but essentially, this is homework of your own design. Maybe you like to draw. Some people draw for every single one. Sometimes people just draw for one and then they write an essay for another one. All these videos give you more information. But look, you can write a lesson plan, and here's the simple rubric to follow. You could write an essay. 5-paragraph essay. You could make a poster, label a diagram, or make a presentation in PowerPoint. You could go on a field trip. You could go to a museum or go to a hospital and take some photos and write captions for those photos detailing your field experience. Now, students have done even other things like write brochures and various things. Whatever you want to do, you let me know and we will work it out. Okay, I hope that in the last 10 minutes you've gotten a sense that I am a pretty communicative person. All I'm asking is that you communicate with me ahead of the deadlines. We will get this done together. I know you all have varied reasons for being in this class. It's a course for non-majors, but most people want to, have some allied health career. So our discussions can be really rich and effective and helpful for your personal interest if you engage in them. I look forward to meeting with you, and don't forget to leave a comment letting me know that you watched this video. Thanks.